Welcome in. I am the Crypto Bull God, and this is all in the charts. And it really is all in the charts, and we're going to talk about it. If you appreciate the content, make sure to hit the thumbs up, drop me a comment. You have to click the bell icon for notifications to know when I go live. I'm going live approximately 30 minutes earlier than normal today. So you got to make sure to click the bell icon for notifications so that you can watch me live from your office cubicle if you are still running the rat race and locked inside under the fluorescent lights of the man. We got to escape that shit. Generational wealth transfer opportunities are still upon us despite all of the FUD that exists out there. We're certainly going to get into that. We're going to get into just how bullish the price action has been today, and we'll talk about realistically what we'd like to see in the charts to close out the day today. We're getting about as positive a reaction off of yesterday's price movements as we could have really anticipated or hoped for. You know, I don't like to use the word hope, but yes, as much as we could have hoped for. So we're certainly going to get into that, and I'm going to review a few charts that I have up here in front of us. We'll kind of look at some charts we looked at yesterday, but I want to leave plenty of time for some live TA Q&A. So make sure to drop some TA questions as we get further along in the live stream. I'll indicate when you can start dropping those in. Jorge, what's up, brother? That green Gensler candle's looking nice. Yeah, we're going to get into that. You know, we're going to start off the live stream with something a little comical. I want you to take a look at something that I had retweeted, and I just want you to watch and listen if you haven't. You can see everything I've watched here. My watch history, or is this? Okay. You can see, I want everyone here to see what I had tweeted out earlier today. Fuck Gary Gensler. That's 1 million, by the way. It is an absolute. I love that video. It is an absolute shit show. What's going on in the United States right now? Kathleen is not here. She is the new enforcer since John has apparently left the live streams or unavailable. Kathleen, I need you to join the live stream to enforce the thumbs up because people are not hitting the thumbs up button. One last video that I want to point to, speak about being in a clown world. This is Jim Cramer. Jim Cramer, of course, came out with a very intelligent tweet today. He said that if you have money with Binance, beat your fellow investors and get out as your assets are commingled. First out might get money. Now, if you want to talk about trying to instill fear in the market, which anybody out there that has any shred of intelligence and common sense would not be listening to Jim Cramer, I want to take you back to a video in 2008. This same man who just said everybody should take their money out of Binance, I want to take you to a point in time as the great financial crisis was unfolding in 2008. This is Jim Cramer.
Hey, great job. All right, anyway. Okay, Peter writes, should I be worried about Bear Stearns in terms of liquidity and get my money out of there? No. Bear Stearns is fine. Do not take your money out. This is real. Look, if there's one takeaway other than a plus 400 somebody, Bear Stearns is not in trouble. I mean, if anything, they're more likely to be taken over. Don't move your money from Bear. That's just being silly. Don't be silly.
Don't be silly, guys. Bear Stearns went insolvent. He was adamant not to take your money. He was telling people, do not take your money out of Bear Stearns, and Bear Stearns went under. And here he's tweeting out and trying to inject more fear into the markets by telling people that they might get their money back if they start taking their money off Binance today. So much of what is going on right now is a shit show. And I know on this channel we focus on we focus just on the charts, but there's enough going on from time to time that I just need to comment on it. There's just too much going on. I mean, from Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto army, Crypto Bringer, we need to start Crypto Bros back up. Now, clearly my brother is not listening to these live streams, else he would have shot me a text message yesterday. This is the second time in a row. We're going to see how many live streams in a row my brother does not listen to. This is the second live stream in a row, Crypto Bringer. I'm calling you out. We need to start Crypto Bros next week. So we can have lively discussions surrounding Elizabeth Turdball Warren and Fucktard Gensler. Thank you to everyone who has been joining the live stream. We're going to get into the charts finally here. And we're going to hit on a few different charts. You can see Bitcoin is up nearly 5% today. Ethereum is up over 3.5% today. Let's kind of talk about what's going on with current price action. And let's clean up this chart a little bit. Now, what I spoke to here, and this was before this green Jesus candle came in, this is a 12-hour chart. You know the significance of the 12-hour chart. If you've been subscribed to this channel for a while, there's a lot of historical significance. And what I spoke to this morning before this bad boy came in, before I hit my back and tricep day today, a little bit of abs. I spoke to reclaiming this approximate 27,100 line. It's consistent with what I told you guys yesterday, 27,000. Getting a little bit more specific here in the price level. But the whole idea is what we do want to see, and I spoke to this yesterday, is we're okay kind of hanging out down here for a little bit, but we need to regain 27,100. Why? Why 27,100? Am I pulling this number out of my butt? No, I'm not. Specific reason is because of these two moving averages, okay? The 50 and the 200. 50 is purple, 200 is pink. We need to get back above those moving averages because what that will allow us to do, not only does it express strength in the price because now we're back above a moving average, but also it's going to enable this death. You see how we have a death cross here? It's not super concerning right now. It's not like the 50, remember we spoke about this. It's not like the 50 is doing this. The 50 is real close to the 200. The sooner we can get back above 27,100, the sooner this moving average is going to cross back above the 200, and this is just going to be a little bit of a fake out here. No concern whatsoever, right? So the price action that's coming in right now is monumentally bullish, okay? We have a double, at the moment, we have a double bullish engulfing candle. The body of this candle here, the green body, encapsulates this candle and this candle for the moment, okay? So it's a double bullish engulfing candle. Clear trend reversal signal to the upside. Now, this candle needs to print though. It is 4:47 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We still have 3 hours and 13 minutes until this candlestick closes, okay? So we'll have to see where price action comes in. I think the most realistic bullish scenario would be this green body encapsulates the red body here, okay? So if we can manage to close up towards 26,800, that would be very bullish. I'm not anticipating getting a close back above 27,000 today. I think that could potentially come tomorrow or Thursday. But I'll tell you what, it's certainly possible, okay? It's certainly possible. Price did go all the way up today to 27,223. So it's in the cards as a possibility that we could certainly close up above. Chris agrees. Glad to see I have another technician and logical person in the house. It's certainly a possibility that we could see a close that gets us back above the moving averages, but I want to try to level set the conversation for something that's a little bit more probable and still something that is bullish, okay? I think both scenarios would obviously be bullish. A close above the moving average would be bullish. If you see anything above 27,000, price action today exceeded my expectations, and that's monumentally bullish. But really what I want to see is something above 26,800. So that's what you want to watch out for today. Obviously, I'll be back tomorrow to kind of talk about and reassess what's going on in the charts. Now, guys, we spoke about this yesterday. Okay, we just spoke about this, and price action pretty much did what I anticipated and what I communicated yesterday. So let's talk about this for a brief moment. This is on the weekly. Now, as you know, we pointed out the inverse head and shoulders, which is a bullish pattern. Shoulder, shoulder, head. Think about a bearish head and shoulders where you have the head and the two shoulders. It's just flipped upside down. That's why it's called inverse. Hopefully everybody knows what the word inverse means, okay? Like inverse Kramer. So this is an inverse head and shoulders. It's a very bullish pattern that's present. The other thing that we have playing out here is a falling wedge. And I said we have an approximate area here around 25,200, 25,250. So at this point, it wouldn't be surprising to backtest this area before moving up. Remember, we spoke about that yesterday. Look what we hit, 25,350. So a little bit shy by about $100, but pretty much touched that region, okay? So we'll have to see if this bullish divergence, we'll have to see if this falling wedge and inverse head and shoulders plays out. The other thing, remember, the other thing that we spoke about today, which is a very important point, is we have to recognize, when I'm speaking to charts here, we have to recognize what time frame we're on, right? This is a weekly chart. So this candlestick is 7 days. We have all the way until Sunday at 8 p.m. until this candlestick closes. So that's why I said, yesterday, one of the things I was trying to reiterate to you guys, don't get emotional, right? It's all in the charts. The news tends to follow the charts. Let's not get emotional. Let's remain patient. This is a common theme on this channel, what we reiterate. And the other thing I want to point to is the MACD. While we have a negative cross and we see this red histogram, I don't know that we're going to recall this, but I certainly do. This histogram was darker red yesterday. And the fact that price action is starting to close back up, okay, you see we have this long wick. What's happening is there's less weakness that's being expressed on the MACD right now. If we close anywhere near these levels, and I spoke to this yesterday, anywhere near $27,000 by the end of this week, I would imagine this MACD is going to completely flatten. We might get a light red histogram here, and we're setting ourselves up for a potential break of the falling wedge and for the inverse head and shoulders to play out. And as a reminder, just to have fun, to see the approximate target of the inverse head and shoulders, and this is just a shorter term target. This isn't my view in terms of long term where we're going this year. This is just an initial bounce target. The initial bounce target, and that's how you measure it, from the bottom of the head all the way up to the top of the shoulder, to the base there, okay, the top of the shoulder. You measure it like that. That takes us over 40,000, takes us up to about 41,000, right? So we'll have to see. And remember, and I stressed this yesterday, I said this chart for the first time was giving me pause for concern about all-time highs this year, right? Remember, just because we saw significant downside action, and I said it's giving me a little bit of pause for concern here, and we'll have to see if we can quickly recover. But nothing in the higher time frame was concerning to me in terms of seeing significant price appreciation to the upside, and nothing had changed my view for June being a very bullish month. So it'll be interesting to see if June really does come in as a strong bullish month and we start pushing up towards $35,000. We will keep an eye on that together. We talked about this chart yesterday. Nothing really new to communicate here. This is the 3-day view with the 125 simple moving average. We're still in this falling wedge pattern as well, very similar as the pattern that's present here. It's interesting because depending what time frame you draw the falling wedge on, if you guys recall, I had a 2-day chart, and I actually had the falling wedge. How the hell did I have the falling wedge drawn? Did I have a Heikin-Ashi candle chart? It's interesting because depending how you... Maybe I didn't have it drawn as that. Oh, no, I did. So the way I had this drawn on a 2-day chart, I believe, was like this, which is valid, right? So we had a falling wedge that essentially was in here. We broke out, but we re-entered. And this is where, this isn't retooling a chart to fit a narrative. This is charting something that's valid, and your perspective changes based on emerging price data. So while the pattern that I had drawn on a 2-day chart was valid and we saw the breakout, then we re-entered it. Well, we've gotten more price data here, and if we actually zoom out, you can still look at it on a 2-day, but if you look at it a weekly and you look at a 3-day, we're actually still in a falling wedge here. So we'll have to see if the falling wedge pattern does play out. Ethereum, we're seeing some nice bounce off this 1800. Remember what I said yesterday, golf clap? Golf clap for remaining above 1800, but I'm going to start to see a push up now. And I've drawn this parabolic rounding bottom here that we're also going to see in a few other charts I believe I have charted. But I pointed to the fact that a lot of assets right now are having these sort of rounding bottoms. Let's go to Alchemy Pay real quick. Remember Alchemy entered this quick parabolic rise in price, right? Look at this thing. You can see, you can certainly see when the parabola ran out. You get the general sense. I'm not going to make this thing perfect. But you can see that we were in a parabola, right? By the way, did reposition some of my portfolio yesterday to gobble up Alchemy Pay at 2.3 cents. Where are we sitting right now? We were up more than that. I'm surprised by that. Oh, this is, okay, so this is Coinbase Exchange, and this is Huobi, where I have it charted. Yeah, we're up, I was going to say 3% today, right? So I'm still up over where I had rotated my position. So far that's been a good reallocation of resources. But Alchemy was just at a too good of a level that I wanted to reshift some of my positioning to Alchemy. So for Ethereum, we're seeing a nice bounce off 1800. We're seeing a lot of strength here, similar to Bitcoin. Again, it's really all about breaking this 2100 here and ultimately the 2200. I want to start over these next coming several weeks here. What I want to see from Ethereum is continued strength and momentum to the upside towards these higher $2,000 targets and even towards 3,000. Again, Ethereum in many ways is actually expressing a greater degree of strength than Bitcoin. We made note of that yesterday. Look at the stochastic RSI on the weekly. We're at 35 over 31. RSI is at 56, very healthy. MACD has not crossed negative. It's remained bullish. The other thing I want to take a look at Bitcoin, forgot to take a look at this. I want to actually look at the stochastic RSI. Remember yesterday we looked at the stochastic RSI? Now look at the stochastic RSI. Now I don't know if you recall this, but based on the bearish price action that had come in, look what has already happened with the stochastic RSI. Yesterday, the stochastic RSI looked like this. It was trending down, and this was at 19. So the 25, look in the upper left there, you see the 24.96? That was 19 yesterday. Just based on yesterday to today's price action, that has significantly changed the stochastic RSI. We're back above 20, and we're pretty much neutral, 25 to 25 here. We're like a half a point difference. So if we can close this week bullish on Bitcoin, we are going to get that all-important stochastic RSI cross on the weekly, which will be important to look for. Thank you, by the way, for the support. Good evening, Rashid. Thank you for the support on the channel with the thumbs up. I do appreciate it. I don't know if you guys know this, but we're going to take a look at Chili's real quick. I don't know if you know this, but when you do hit the thumbs up button, the reason that I emphasize that, and I've noticed during the live stream that there's more engagement with hitting the thumbs up, which I appreciate. If you're watching this in syndication, I would appreciate you hitting the thumbs up. The reason it's so important is the more engagement I can get on my YouTube videos, if you really do appreciate what I'm putting out there, the more engagement I can get from you guys, the more support I can get from you guys with thumbs up and comments, it's going to impact YouTube in a way, their algorithm in a way that it will reach more people searching for Bitcoin or crypto education. I will reach more people. So if you do appreciate my content, that's why I always say, I really appreciate you just hitting the thumbs up and dropping me a comment here. Track, what's up, brother? Chili's, I don't know how you can't be bullish on this. This is a huge bull flag, and it's a broadening wedge, all of which are bullish patterns, okay? We have since, look at where we retested. Look at this gray line. You can see that we have essentially double bottomed. We double bottomed from June, okay, which a lot of projects have done that, okay? We've double bottomed, and we're literally just accumulating in here waiting for a breakout. Chili's is one of these ones that when it does move, I think it's going to move very quickly. Never financial advice on this channel, but if you're getting in anywhere between 8 and 10 cents, I think that you will be handsomely rewarded over the next many, many months here, going into what I believe will be a massive alt season in crypto. So it's just presenting an awesome opportunity on the smaller time frames. I tweeted this out on Twitter. Where else do you tweet out? I don't know where else you would tweet out. I tweeted this out on Twitter. Do we still have bullish divergence? Looks like we might have actually lost it. No, we still have it. We still have the bullish divergence. It's just not as profound. You see how price action was going sideways and the RSI was increasing? Well, technically, we still have bullish divergence because what the thing that you want to look for, what is bullish divergence? If you actually don't know what bullish divergence is, let's quickly speak about this and then move on to the next chart. Bullish divergence is where your RSI is increasing in value. See how the RSI is increasing? But yet the price, look at the price here. From this point, it's going down. See how price is declining? Yet strength is building up in the chart. Okay, that's what bullish divergence is, and these have a tendency to break to the upside. So we'll have to see if that plays out. Track, same thing. We have bullish divergence. This is on the daily, okay? Bullish divergence on the daily. I'm positioned in this one, not just for a trade. I'm actually positioned in it. But this one, again, on the daily here is building some significant bullish divergence. Synapse, I have an idea here that I wanted to expand upon. As you know, this has been one that I've tweeted about pretty heavily with the falling wedge and the potential breakup towards 115 or 120. You can see, once again, we have this rounding bottom. I think it's certainly a very strong possibility that what you could see, what I'm trying to articulate in this chart for those that are in Synapse or looking to establish a position, this general price movement, let's get my mouse here situated. This general price movement, and then a quick escalation in price, and then a sell-off for consolidation in some area here until we start moving up. That's the general idea I'm trying to convey. Very similar to Alchemy Pay that we had just looked at, Alchemy Finance that we had just looked at. Okay, Flux, not too much to report here. It's up about 2%. It looks like. It's just continuing to follow this trend here. I don't really have any material updates there. Alchemy, we already spoke about. And the total crypto market cap, okay? Total market crypto cap, DT was actually kind enough to point out a line before I had an opportunity of support here to say, hey, CBG, all we've done is backtested this green area here around, we're just going to call it $1 trillion. You can see there's prior price confluence all along here. So you can see, depending upon how the week closes out, we even have the potential to print a hammer stick. If this thing turns green, if we get a green body here and a long wick, what that is called is a hammer stick candle. And that is a clear trend reversal signal within the charts that would signal more upside potential. So we'll have to see how the week closes. If we can close out, I'll tell you what, on the total crypto market cap, if you go to Coin Market Cap, again, kind of spoke to this yesterday, we want to make sure Sunday at 8 p.m., this figure here, when you go to coinmarketcap.com, Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you want to make sure this says 1 trillion. You don't want to be below 1 trillion. That wouldn't leave me feeling great. We'd have to assess where things are at. But I want to see this thing above 1 trillion, because if we're below 1 trillion, that means we're below this green line, and now we're in this area here, and there could be further downside risk, right? The other area that you want to watch for, which would be bullish if we can get a green body to come in, anywhere near 1.12 trillion. So if this, why does that say 1.13 and we're already, we're at 1.09? Well, that's a disconnect. This is saying 1.09 and CoinMarketCap is saying we're at 1.13. Well, that's problematic. That doesn't match up. Well, I don't know what the right answer there is, maybe based on what chart I'm using here. But the point is, if there's a green body that prints up here, we open here, we close anywhere up here towards 1.2 or 1.3, that would be very bullish. In either event, we'll assess the chart, but we'll have to see how this plays out. And we'll obviously keep close tabs on it. Well, I'm thinking of it. Start dropping any TA questions. I'm very happy. I see there's one. Jorge, you want me to take a look at Casino Coin again? Brother, did we not just look at Casino Coin? Are there any monumental developments in Casino Coin? We will take a look at it if you'd like to. You must have an active trade in there, or have some funds in there invested or something. I don't know. I wanted to take a look at Total 2. So this is stripping Bitcoin out. Now, this is going to be heavily weighted by Ethereum, because Ethereum is included in here, and Ethereum makes up the bulk of the market capitalization within here. Stochastic RSI, let's look at the price indicators. We do have a positive cross, which is good, but we're still below 20, which is our trigger line. We need momentum to pick up on Total 2. We need this to get above 20. You can see last time we got above 20, what happened here? We had a significant rise in price. Let's get a back above 20. RSI is looking pretty neutral at 48. Where's the MACD sitting? It looks very similar to Bitcoin. MACD, yeah, it looks pretty similar to Bitcoin. Not too much different. And then as far as price data, since price data is king, yeah, we could draw more areas of price confluence. I don't really think it's worth it, to be honest with you, because the major area, the major zone I have drawn here between 670 and 700, it's all about getting above this zone. I mean, it's all this, you have to understand, no matter where we're at in here, this is all just chip chop. This is just choppy price action. It's not until we get above 700 where we can start to get a little bit more excited, because now when we're up in this zone, see what happens? We're in this zone. Not a lot of price confluence, not a ton of price confluence. Now it highly increases the probability once we get above 700 billion that we're going to start hitting our heads up towards $1 trillion. And as we start to build these stair steps and we increase the levels that we're going on the chart, think of it like Super Mario Brothers. Like you're just fucking jumping up this chart here. By the way, someone at the gym the other day, it's pretty funny. This dude saw me walking. I got 2 nice compliments at the gym. Two days in a row. People are being super nice. I got a compliment the other day. Someone saw me walking and they saw my tricep from behind and said I looked like an action figure. That was pretty comical. And then someone today had a really nice compliment for me too. Pass positive compliments out to people. You never know what it will do for them. You never know what insecurities people have. You never know what people might be having a bad week or a bad day. Spread positivity. There's absolutely no harm in that. It's free of charge and it helps people out. But as you build these stair steps, right? Each level that we go up, like Super Mario Brothers here, each level that we go up, there's an increasing likelihood that we'll start to enter a parabolic stage. And the reason I say that is because with each successive level, there's less and less and less price confluence. And if there's less price confluence associated with a price range that we've met, that increases the probability that we will accelerate at a more rapid rate to the upside. Because what is price confluence anyway? Price confluence means that in the past, there is a pre-existing price data that's causing resistance. If there's less price confluence and hence less resistance, there's more opportunity for price appreciation at a faster pace, right? Hope that made sense. But this is total 2. That's what I'm seeing in the chart. We can take a quick look at total 3, and then I want to jump to your questions. Make sure to hey, C-Drum, you'll have to go back to the beginning of the live stream. I hit Bitcoin pretty heavily, so you'll have to check that out. Total 3. We broke out of the descending resistance. We're sort of riding this line right now, and you can see, what I'm trying to highlight here right now, let's kind of focus in on this. There's a major zone of resistance up here, okay? Right between 390 and 470. So for total 3, we really need to break above 470 before we start getting a little bit more confident with all of your altcoins. Now, total 3, for those not familiar, this is taking total 2, which was all the altcoins, and now we're removing Ethereum, right? So it's total 2, but let's take out Ethereum. So these are all of your altcoins excluding Ethereum, okay? No Bitcoin, no Ethereum, just your altcoins, other altcoins, okay? So we need to get above 470, and then let's have a conversation about what's going on. How about price indicators? MACD, okay. Stochastic RSI, slight cross down, but it's close together. RSI is a little oversold at 42. So still more work and momentum. But again, the way this is working, it's not surprising. The greatest strength is in total, followed by total 2, followed by total 3. And if you followed what I've been saying on my live streams, that should make sense, because all of the money first flows to Bitcoin and also your larger altcoins. And then what happens is that money rotates and it starts going into the mid caps, and then it starts going into the small caps. That's the general historical rotation of funds that have existed in the industry. So let's take a look at what questions. Josh, let's fucking go. Fucktard Gensler and Elizabeth Poophead Warren cannot stop us. God. I can't imagine being those people. Like, real life. What is it like to be Elizabeth Warren or Gary Gensler? There's that other congressman with the glasses, bald dude. I just don't know how those people actually, I don't know. Like, I don't, it's so mind-numbingly dumb to see what's going on. I just, it literally makes me think we're living in a clown world. It's very hard to believe this is reality right now. This is what's going on. And if you missed the beginning of the live stream, make sure to watch the first like 5 minutes. Probably get a good laugh. But, all right, let's take a look at CSC. I see there's no, I'm hoping there's other questions here because I know we took a look at CSC. In fact, it might be the last chart that we looked at on the blank chart, and it is. Yeah, Jorge, look, I appreciate you tuning in like every time, but look, is there anything new here? No, there's not. Look at, I mean, you see my orange circles here. I don't have anything new to tell you, Jorge. We're in this, I don't know, what's with all the gray lines? Why do I have all these gray lines? Why do I not have red and green? I don't know. Maybe that's how bored I was with the chart. But you can see we're in this, oh, you know what? Maybe, were we in the channel? Were we in the channel the last time we took a look at this? Might have been, actually. I don't know. We might have been. So let's talk about what's going on. There was a falling channel here, and we might have looked at this in the falling channel, which is why you're asking me to take a look at it again, so apologies. See how we were in this falling channel? Look what happened, okay? Let's get these colors right. This is annoying the shit out of me here. Why are all these lines? Ugh. Sorry, I cannot take this. I don't know why I have this drawn this way. This is annoying me. This is red, and this is red. All right, I don't know what was going on there. So what happened was we broke out of the channel, right? We came all the way up here, and look what happened. We back tested. How many times? Every single time we're on this channel, we're talking about breaking downward resistance. A break up, be patient, wait for the pullback, and sure as shit, we got a pullback to this channel here. Now, it doesn't happen all the time, but literally how many times have we looked at the same pattern recurring in charts, right? So we've back tested, and now we're in this zone. So it looks like our next areas of resistance are the 0.129 and the 0.140. So Jorge, if you want an update on this chart, what I would say, when we start breaking, when you see on a daily chart, Jorge, that we're holding the 0.140 area, let's have a conversation. There are other areas up here towards 0.15. Let's have a conversation when we're holding 0.140. But if we did chart this, thumbs up for everyone new tuning in. If we did chart this when we were down here, which I think we did in here, nice breakout, very nice breakout. We have some nice healthy consolidation. Now I want to get above 0.140. Kevin, welcome in. Glad to see you here. Yes, that is the topic of conversation. SEC restraining order to seize Binance U.S. funds. Well, I didn't see that, but I did see the SEC restraining order to seize Binance U.S. funds. I just saw the allegations made towards Binance. So if there's new wonderful news, I will catch it after the live stream. But that is awesome. The SEC is just doing a bang up job right now. All right, what other questions does everybody have? I really didn't have any other charts that I was planning to cover. If no one has any questions, I guess I can cover one more chart. Looks like Alethea AI is up significantly, so maybe I'll take a look at that one if no one has any other questions. Casper, Ren, having a nice day. Oh my gosh. Bitcoin is back up above 5. Ethereum's pushing 4. I am going to chart, since no one has any questions. I'm going to chart Alethea AI. We're going to take a look at this one. Yeah, this one is expressing a lot of strength. So you can see we broke out of the bull pennant / falling wedge, okay? And we, on a smaller time frame, you can see it, but we back tested the resistance here. Now, this is on a weekly time frame. I should probably put this on a time frame that corresponds. You can see it better now. So you can see we broke up and back tested in this region here. And ever since then, we're now gravitating up towards this 3.4 to 2.8 cent area, which is good to see. Alethea AI, again, with this crypto AI narrative, I think this is one of these ones that is, this is a 3-day. You can see the MACD starting to pick up. RSI is picking up. Let's look at the stochastic RSI. This is one that is going to move quick, in my opinion. I hold a decent amount, decent chunk. So you can see the stochastic RSI is at a really healthy level. It's at 89. I would, you know, what I would anticipate on this chart, anything is possible. We could see a shoot up in value, but further consolidation in here, and then at some point we're just going to start shooting up into this area. Really going to start shooting up towards 5.9 to 7.5 cents areas. Keep in mind, once you see Alethea AI significantly, when you see a daily close above 7.7 cents, we have no area of price confluence. All we have is a price wick. All we have is a price wick. So this thing has a potential blue sky breakout opportunity. So we'll have to keep an eye on it. But that is all I had. I hope everyone appreciated the content. If you did, make sure to hit the thumbs up, drop me a comment, click the bell icon for notifications to know when I go live. I will be back tomorrow. I will be back Thursday. I will be back Friday. I'll keep you abreast. Oh boy, the 8-year-old in me, 13-year-old kid in me. I will keep you abreast of all changes within the crypto markets. So make sure, yes, click the bell icon for notifications so you know when I go live tomorrow. I'll be back around normal time. Did a little bit early today. Thank you to everyone new tuning in. Have a good evening. Share the video with at least one person. And until next time, spread awareness and carry the education forward. Take care, everybody.